Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday, welcome back. How are things? You're on time, huh? Right. She was like in position, ready to go. Howdy squad, hello. Good afternoon. I haven't adjusted the intro audio, so if it has been adjusted, it is by means beyond my fingies. How is everybody? How are things going? I'm gonna... one of these buttons takes us to... Yeah, there we go. Game screen. I was gonna do... Sometimes when I log on, I look at... I'll be like, wow, I sold some rousing ire. Oh, I'm rich. And then I go, well, I surely must go shopping. What can I get for 54 gold that I have not yet collected in my appearance collection, So I just, I check this vaguely often, and then every now and then I'll find something real cheap that I didn't have yet, and then that way I get things sometimes. I don't know if I'll ever wear any of them, but you know what they say, more is more, right? Alright, and I want to vendor those. Chilly here, hopefully the sun burns it off here soon. Good morning, last week at 10.0. And I have saved some things for stream today. I don't know about the rest of the week, but for right now, I have a couple of things on my list because this week we had a reset, and I didn't play it all yesterday. I waited. I saved it for you guys. I don't know what I did yesterday. I feel like it involved a walk. Did I get groceries? Might have gone shopping. Can I Mog It is the add-on showing transmog collected with the check mark. It's very good. Escaped London for a week in sunny... I don't know how to pronounce that. Mallorca? It sounds wonderful. Haven't got the Forbidden Reach meta yet. Thinking I should get that, but also could level alts. I was going back and forth between those two options for some time and discovered that I feel like I want to wait to level alts until 10.1 just so that I can get my heirlooms upgraded, and that doesn't stop me from leveling them like up to 60. But I don't know, I want to do it in one big go, so I'm sitting on my heels there. I have a vault apparently on this character. I did a little bit of for fun PvP, so I figured I'd pick up my nothing. I mean, it's the same thing in a higher item level, but I could just take a socket. I added one to, I've done socket twice already, and you can add them to helms, necks, bracers, belts, rings. So yeah, I could still socket my rings. It kind of like doesn't matter. It's like super late in the season. I'm not going to play anymore. But it's all the same item level in PvP. I'll just take the socket. I mean, I guess I could sit on these and then vendor them for gold next season. I think that they turn over. I only got 4 of them anyway. I can't even buy a socket. Never mind. Oops. Socket needs 6. You'd only get 4. That's hindsight for you. I mean, I have 20 Marks of Honor. I could go shopping with that. But alas, this was not the main character. Although I didn't do any more solo shuffle, but I did some actual rated. We went, what did we do? 20 and 15 in 3s, which was pretty good. And then we went 8 and 8 and 2s and then called it a day. I played with Flabby. We queued 8 times. We won 8 times. And then we're never touching it again for the season. I am undefeated in keeping it that way. You can still get elite armor. I have elite armor. I got it from 1800 in solo shuffle. Weapons would require a lot more rating, and that's something we're not going to worry about. So, Elixia, this one. Heirloom is too much for me. Got bad at earning gold. 20 max level alt, so I do that too much. Oh. So close for the achievement. Oh, hot streak? I must have that. Is that arrogant to say? Do I have hot? I don't know. I'll check. I think I have it, though. Saw Flabby hawking his wares in prep for 10.1. That sounds about right. Do I have hot streak? And if so, from when? Hot streak. Hot streak I earned in 2011. And then hotter streak above 1800, we did that in 2015. So yeah, I'm out of the game. I'm done. Kira did her morning face wash. Are you keeping up with your routines? Cute girl. I don't know. depending on the resolution that you're watching the stream at, there may be something you may have noticed. And that would be, if you have very keen eyes or a very big monitor, I need one more scroll. I went scroll hunting off stream to save us all some grief, and then I got to 49 and I thought, maybe I should save the last one for stream. So, I have not been in my vaults this week. I have not looted any scrolls yet. I am 49 of 50 for Scroll Hunter. I am 100 of 150 for Doorbuster, but your girl has 218 keys. Thus the stream title. I decided to brag about my keys in a archaic and hard to understand way because I'm very cool. And then if I go into my vaults and I find the Old Gods in the Ordering of Azeroth, bracket annotated, close bracket, then I would send keys to an alt to finish Doorbuster for me. If I don't find the book, then I may as well wait until next week. But that's kind of my plan, is I'm gonna look for the last scroll, which could be like hilarious and take hours if it really wanted to be. I'm gonna look for the last scroll, and then I'm going to open vaults because I'm looking still for the Speck of Bronze Dust and then the follow-up item to get the Mossy Mammoth mount. And also for that last book. But it is possible. It's not entirely under my control, but it is possible that I could get, you know how to reach me today. That's a lot of scrolls. How much percentage do you get in solo shuffle? 2%. 2%-ish. Roughly 2% per win. Close enough as makes no matter. Wondered why. The invocation of a chatelaine. Yeah. Key trivia. I mean, they'd also put like a cross and any other little, you know, it's itsy bitsies on there. I sent myself some Crimson equipment chests. These are just for transmog, basically. I had extra conquests that my druid had no use for, so I'm just going to learn a couple of these PvP pieces on my evoker just for transmog, because I may as well. I'm not going to finish the whole set, but I'll get some of it. And then, there we go. We got a chest piece and we got some gloves. We got a knife, which I already had the appearance for, and then we got a medallion. Did I get a medallion twice? No, but if I ever do want to get into PvP anyways, I'll stash all that in the bank, and that'll be a start. That'll be a start. Okay, I have 30 minutes left actually on this map, so I'm gonna run around with that. I need one Azure Scrying Crystal, and then let's go find one last scroll. Let's go find one more. I have discovered that there's really no best way to do this. There's a lot of ways that all work. So my strategy for scroll hunting is to do everything in any order, and then stay out of the War Crush if you know what's good for you. The War Crush is a perfectly good way of farming scrolls. I think that's probably faster than the way I've done this, but I have been able to, you know, enjoy the great satisfaction that comes from not going into that. Well, yeah, I'd go in there once in a while, but only in a group. Have patience, never go near the War Crush. It's, every time you think that surely you must have died in the War Crush for the final time and it wouldn't ever happen again, that's how they get you. I picked up some summon items for the profession rares, not all of them, but I just picked up some cheap ones. My logic being that maybe the scroll might drop off of these rares. They're pretty easy to kill, and they respawn all the time. Like, the items to summon them respawn often. You can kill them multiple times in a day. So, like, if you get these crabs, these elusive croaking crabs, I have 23 of them on me. They're super cheap. They're worth, like, 23 gold. Is that true? Did I just read the same number twice? No, I have 23 of them, and they're also worth 23 gold. And then you just kind of, like, take them over here on this end side of the aisle. You can just kind of summon Serpinch-a-lot, which is, you know, fun and whimsical of its own regard. Hey, honey, you having a good morning? But then, you know, it's a rare. Have I gotten a scroll from one of these? I don't actually know. I just feel like it should be possible. I feel like I've gotten a Dragon Shard of Knowledge before, so, you know, it's not bad. Born of the Northern Sea, thank you for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Good morning, Miss Hazel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Pets to the kid. Pets to the kid. Also, DarkSoft75 with a brand new Prime sub. Thank you very much. Also, Real Zilker. Yeah, Real Zilker. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys. He likes big crabs. He also, fun fact, seems to always drop a coin. You always seem to loot a coin of some kind. Or not loot, you just get one. Often it's copper, this time it was silver. If you've been putting off your auto grind and you need the fishing coins, don't mess around fishing for coins. Buy yourself like 20 of these 20 gold crabs and then just come out here and summon him repeatedly. You can do that as many times in a day as you want. Tip of the day. What scrolls? They're for this achievement, Scroll Hunter, which is part of the Forbidden Reach meta achievement. You get these scrolls, they'll be called like Sealed Wisdom Scroll, Fish Scroll, Knowledge Scroll, etc. And then you use it, it puts a big red X on your map, and then you go to that spot and you loot a treasure. You've probably seen one just from doing rares for keys and treasures for keys and whatnot. But if you do 50 of them, if you loot treasures from 50, then you get an achievement. And 50, it's quite a few. it's not a not big number. How long have I been making WoW content? Love your content. Was talking to a guildmate. They asked. I started in 2013, which is 10 years ago. I'm coming up on 10 years. I started in the summer of 2013, and I started making WoW content a month or two into that. I think it didn't take me too long to try a WoW video. I would have been 20 years old at the time. Times change. Ujai, thank you for the 33-month resub. Another month, another sub. Thank you very much. Anyone seen the last book for the Librarian Achieve? I've heard on the grapevine, anecdotally, that people have gotten them. I haven't, certainly, but I've heard it's doable. I've heard it's possible. Just RNG. I'm looking forward to vaults because I would love. There's a couple of things that I want from there, and if I can get them all, then I can never go back. I don't care if I have 219 keys. If once I have what I need, it is just a prime way to fill up your bags. I have so much Primalist gear as well. I gave up. For a while I was sending it all to my bank alt, which I'm still doing, and on my bank alt I was sorting it very cutely into individual bags. So it's like, here's my stockpile of leather Primalist gear, and here's my stockpile of cloth Primalist gear. And then, that's all fine and good. But then, there's these bags are like 30 slots, 32 slots in my bank alt's bank. And eventually you have more than that many of each armor type or the Primalist gear because the stuff just falls from the sky when you're farming like this. So, now I just send her everything, I put it all in the bank, and then I press the organize button, and then that does a good enough job for me to live my life. I should be picking some of these herbs for my herbalism knowledge, but that's kind of just seems like a leader me problem. There is a treasure inside here, yeah. Killing random mobs also good. You shouldn't feel too bad about aggroing stuff while you're working on this, because sometimes you just get scrolls this way as well. Interviews? Nope, not for me this cycle. Hey, a fish scroll! That's the last one! Woo! Here we go. Let's go loot our fishy, and then we can get into the vaults. Did I ever watch the last Jurassic World movie? No, and I don't think I'm going to. I would have to pay more money, and I feel like I have no desire. I think I've seen it all. I think that in the first 4 or 5, I forget, Jurassic Park movies, I've seen the dinosaurs, and I've seen the people run from the dinosaurs, and I've seen people say, what about the dinosaurs? And I've seen people say, ah! And that's pretty much all that I wanted to see, I guess. I don't think they're going to show me anything new. Especially not in a movie that got destroyed that badly in the reviews. Scroll Hunter! Hazel is done. Go turn in my fishy. Did I turn in all my other stuff? I think I did. I'm sitting on 9,400 Dragon Isle supplies just from the last batch of scrolls that I turned in, so that was pretty nice. It's weird flying past all these treasures and not needing them, but I can't imagine why I would need them now. If it's not clever, girl, I don't care. Jurassic Bugs. Oh, it's on Prime Video. Yeah. I don't currently have Prime, although we'll see if depending on what they decide to bribe the WoW players with, me being one of them. I know that as a Twitch streamer, this is blasphemy, but I don't currently have Prime. I want I had it for a long time. Vaults, yeah, let's go in the vaults. No, I need to clean up my bags and then go in the vaults because they're going to do a number on all of this. So let's make some room first. Let's make some room first. We're going to send the Primalist gear to that bank hall. I'm going to post a bunch of this stuff on the auction house. I'm going to get rid of all of those like rare summon items because I don't need to summon Serpentine anymore because I don't need the coins. And I don't need the scrolls. I don't think I need anything. I can't imagine needing any more than 219 vault keys. I guess that you know, maybe I'll use all of them and I still won't find that last book, but knock on wood. Oy. Okay. So let's chuck some of this stuff just to get it out of my bags. I don't need the kite. I have the quaking stones. I bought 46 of those, apparently. I could have summoned that guy until the cows came home. 22 of the crabs. I do not need this belt. Oh, Essence of the Storm. Oh, I forgot to look to see. I haven't done Primal Fury. It is not up. Liskanoth is up. Alright. Oy, might come up later. Hornswogg hunks are good, and then the rest of the meat is garbage. Terrible. Absolute baloney. Oh, I have rep items. I have 30 slimes. I think you should be up in like 35 minutes. So something like that. What else are we saying here? Silly bubble key. I don't want any of this. I need to stick all of that PvP gear in my bank because I don't know if I'll use it, but I may as well hold on to it for an expansion. Oh yeah, the spice pouches. We can sell those. If you're farming for Levy and you're like, man, I never find the boss up, just spend some gold, buy a bunch of sparkling spice pouches, carry them around with you. You can kill them multiple times per day. You can loot the pet on subsequent kills. I looted the pet in like my 5th or 7th kill of the day or something. I was just coming back to it over and over again. It happened on stream. And then farm for it that way. It's probably even worth doing as a gold making thing because the pet itself is worth a fair amount. It might be coming down now. It's like 70k on my server, like 100k-ish generally speaking. But if you're farming for that, don't feel like you gotta wait for other people to summon it. You can do it. It's not that expensive. All right, we want all of this stuff to go away, but not to the extent that I'm gonna post it with a TSM because last time I did that I sold all my runes. I have not created granular enough groups to manage not selling all of my own stuff. I need to fix those spices. I actually had some drop that I can craft. They're going to show you a kidnapping and major farming problems, and if nothing else new for a Jurassic Park movie. Oh. I hope they fix their farming problems. That's always satisfying. That was my favorite part. I mean, that was arguably the only part of the Big Little Farm on Netflix was watching these people have problems on their farm, and then they like fix the problem on their farm, and then they're like, wow, it's growing things. Look at this beautiful photo of an owl. You know, it's good. Sometimes things can be simple. Alright, that's some room. These rep items, man. It's so convenient that I can send them to my alts. And at the same time, it's such a pain to have to send them to my alts because I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it. But it means that you're just mailing stuff constantly. And I don't even know if I want the rep of my alts. I just feel like I should. Alright. Is that enough room in my bags? What do your bags look like? I'm carrying around an engraved spearhead. No. Get out of here. Be gone. Scooch. Get out of there. I think I vendored some fishing coins at some point in my life. I might do that again, actually. I don't need the recipe files or anything. Although they only vendor for like, what do you get for? 5 gold. It's a pretty good exchange rate. Racy Sapphire, thank you for the 30-month resub. Bags. Yeah. The farming problem is a genetically engineered locust. That's how sci-fi biblical. I want to get rid of... I don't care about the centaur hunting trophies. Also, I need to turn in the fish, actually. Which is going to give me another rep item, which... Ugh. Alright. Fishy gets turned in over here. The vault's gonna destroy my bags again. It's just, I guess I wanted to have room for it to do that in. We're looking pretty good in terms of Forbidden Reach pets. That's one thing I might do, actually, is I might look at the remaining pets. I have not got Scruffles or Ashenwing, and at this point, I think I'm just gonna buy them, because I've killed rares about as much as I want to do. We've only got 1 week left of this patch anyways. Oh, the price went way back up. I'm not gonna spend 30k on it. They were 6k recently. I should have done that. What about Ashenwing? Ashenwing's at 25k. That feels reasonable. I'll do that. That's the Marwak pet. That's a job done. I believe that the only one I'm missing then is Scruffles, and I'm just gonna be cheap about it and either just wait for the price to come back down if it's gonna. Alright. So many Mogruns lately. The only things in my bag are Hearthstones, pet battle bandages. Oh, that's nice. That's a good feeling when you've got it cleaned up to that degree and you can just kind of like rinse everything out of them. Alrighty. Let me in here. Let me at it. Scruffles drops from Vraken the Hunter. Who isn't like hard to kill or hard to get to or anything. He's up all the time. But he just hasn't dropped it for me yet. Coffee good. Alright. In these vaults, I am specifically looking for my speck of bronze dust and a specific book, the Old Gods one. There's a mushroom in here. I have enough keys to do all of this in one go. I'm not in a huge hurry. I'm going to try and take my time a little bit so that I don't overlook something, because it's very easy to be a bit distractible while you're streaming, especially if you were a distractible person to begin with. Titanic fungus. You look like you could really use a Carnalex beam. Yeah, see? Didn't that brighten up your skin? There you go. I wanna just obliterate everything here. And then I wanna loot everything here before I start opening doors. So, unfinished scrolls is our transportation mode of the day. Let's do the bottom floor first. Shall I do it clockwise? Does that make any sense? Why not? Well, alright. It's so dark in here. I love the mushroom man. I miss my mushroom grandpa. We had a nice time. I'd help him out with his chores. And he sold me soul shapes. Speaking of soul shapes, I apparently never PvP'd in Shadowlands while Night Fae, which doesn't surprise me. I was Necrolord on my druid for the entire time. But I keep getting soul shapes. I was queuing Arena recently, and I just happened to be Night Fae because that was the last thing I had selected on that character before I'd exited Shadowlands. And I was just getting soul shapes. I got a Cobra soul shape. I got another one. I forget what the other one was. But I thought that was funny that I was looting them in pretty rapid succession. It's like, hey, I guess I never got this from back then. Hi. Did you come up with Squirrel Squad because of the look of Squirrel meme? No, it was just, the squirrels seem to just kind of go with the hazelnut thing. But I admit that it's a nice coincidence. It's also a truth. I often see squirrels when I'm out walking, and I will generally stop what I'm saying if I'm having a conversation, if I'm walking with somebody, and go, oh, look, a squirrel, like genuinely, because they're cute and they're everywhere. And sometimes they're doing funny things. There's the speck of bronze dust. That's something. So we combine the egg with that, and it makes a sleeping ancient mammoth. Combine your sleeping ancient mammoth and an emerald dragon brooch to awaken it. Your altered egg grew into a mammoth? That doesn't seem right, but there's no use stopping now. Find a way to wake it and claim your prize. Don't worry about it too much. Feed squirrels at our house. There are squirrels everywhere. Hi, kitty. Welcome back. You want to come sit on my lap this time? I doubt it. I think you want to sit in the chair, but watch your head. There you go. Yeah. Got dust and brooch in the same vault. Yeah, I was hearing that happened for quite a few people last week. Quite a few people had that happen last week. No. Fine. Alright, we'll grab a renewal. Oh, this bear, man. Hey, there's the dragon brooch. Actually the same vault, not just the vault, like the vault. Alright, I'll take it. One mossy mammoth for me. We can, remind me if I forget, and we'll get on that and take a look at it. What's that one? Oh, Glory the Vault Rider. You can take a look at it when we get out of here. He's got some nets. Kept seeing deers in the fields, and every time I went, Bambi. It's also an important rule to always moo with the cows. I had to stop doing it when I was driving because sometimes the country roads have like blind driveways and sharp turns and stuff, and you know, I need to be not engaged in mooing. But if I'm a passenger, then all of those cows are getting acknowledged in what I hope is the language of their people. Alright, so I'm here looking for a book now. I think, could just not... I could technically get away with not even looting the chests, but I'm gonna loot the chests. I'm just gonna loot everything. You may as well. I can just vendor all of the stones, if anything. But what we really want now is we really want the last book for librarian. We're crossing and hoping and wishing and stuff for librarian of the reach. Because doorbuster would be easy. Doorbuster we can cheese in 1 week just by using alts if we need to. Mammoth model's so good. Do you have the one from the hunt caches? I do. You have to say out loud, cow. Alright, fine, I'll loot this. So we can come back there. Actually, don't I have, oh no, I have renewal. Renewal's different from water, right? Is that true? Yeah, it is. It is different from water. It's like a healing thing. Alright, we'll come back there. Here, you know what I want to do? I just want to be in a group. I'm not going to take anybody in here, but I just want to, like, give myself world markers so that I can remember which ones I need to return to later. If I was a person in WoW, would I moo at a Tauren? Probably not so much. I would moo at the Kodos. I think would be the metaphor. Where do you buy the cool shirts from? Vintage resellers, and I found a couple of them thrifting, but for the most part, there's a few different Canadian vintage curators that I will check on there, or I have anyways. I'm not really shopping much anymore. Plus, there was a cool vintage store in Victoria that I would go to go through the racks and see if they had cool stuff. It helps that I feel like the fact that it's old makes it enjoyable for me, so it's less about the specifics of like how well a thing fits and more it's like, hey, this one has a good energy. If they're big enough, anything fits. Alright, so we're gonna have to come back to that one too as well. So let's... Hi! You're so cute. You want to lay down? I know, I'm nice and warm. I got some new technology, and it's a matter of time until she steals it from me. I finally, and, you know, we're still working out how to go about, we're still working out exactly how to go about setting it all up for optimal use, but, oh, alright, so that's windward steps. I don't need windward steps. Wow, this wind really isn't trying anymore. Oh dear. Got my vicious mount thanks to your inspiration. Shuffled my way to a mount. Congrats, Fury Forever. That was fast. That was a quick grind. I made a joke to our guild alchemist when they were making health pots. Said 1,000 and they made 1,000. Sent them all to me. The health pots are pretty cheap to make. And they stack pretty big. You'll always have them. Alright, we don't need that. I was saying something. Oh yeah, new technology. I got a heating pad, an electric one that I can have at my desk in my desk chair here. That means I can help rewarm my fingers, or just me. I tend to get chilly when I've been sitting at my desk for too long, and I figured I would try. You know, sometimes I have like the hot water bottle or the hot tea, or just like a parka or parka adjacent hoodie. But I figured I would up my game, and then it's also just nice if you're having like muscle pain or cramps or anything. All right, let's get our buff from here. Now you really have no excuse not to health pot, really. Jacob, 156651, with a 21-month resub. Not brand new at all. 21 months. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I've gotten more in the habit of using health pots in Dragonflight than I have in most expansions, mostly because they're affordable. I'm an alchemist as well, so they're pretty easy for me to make. And I have 13 of them. I have 13 of the 3-stars on right now. It just seems not worth it for me to not have them handy, because they can really save your bacon if you are doing anything and it goes a little bit hairy. A book. I got excited for a second. I'm coming back. That's part of the alchemist table. Okay. Oh man. Good looking out. I don't want to miss it. And I would. Dusty projectors. Hollow viewer Scarlet Queen. We need a hollow viewer for... There's one more. I think I'm missing Zskera. Opera of the Aspects. That's the wrong book. That is not the book I need. I need a different book. Although, there's still a chance, but... And thank you for the 19-month resub. Just enjoying the good vibes and relaxed play. Thank you very much. Me too. Cat on my lap. Nice cup of coffee. Nice warm back. If anything... With the heating pad on the desk chair, it just kind of feels like if you've ever sat in a car that has like heated seats, and then you've been like, people have had this power. Such luxury. Kind of like that. All right, I need to come back to this one with Stone Dissolver. Now let's make another star. We can throw white ray marker on this one. And then I'm going to try and remember to remove their markers if and when I have gotten everything they need. So is there anything in the yellow pot? No? Alright. But we have an empty vial we can use somewhere else. So I need to find 4 blues, or I need to line up 4 blues. So let's match some stuff that's not blue for a while. Generally a reasonable way to go about doing things. Match things that are not blue. Not blue. Whoops. Okay. I thought my interface was gonna get me. I do like these ones. They're nice and relaxing. We're getting somewhere. Anything else that's like... No. Nope. Haha. There we go. I sold some Rousing Frost too. Alright. Not that it's wildly important. I don't need anything for the chest anymore. Like that one in VFA, that version seems harder, get frustrated. My strategy is basically, if they want me to put together 4 of one color, is I just try to match up with triples of every other color, because over time, if you're only not matching one color, then you're going to end up with a higher rate of it on your board, and then you're more likely to be able to find a patch of them. I'm not always great at spotting the patterns, but yeah, you do it long enough, you'll get there. Okay, and then we've got over here. I want that last book. That would be so nice, because if I don't get it in this vault, I'm gonna have to come back and do this in 10.1. And it's not the end of the world, but I don't think that's what anybody's gonna want to watch. You know, it's all fun and games right now, and we're all waiting for the patch, but when everybody's zooming around the Zarlite Caverns and I'm in here opening vaults, just looking for one more book for my meta achievement, people are gonna be like, "Wait, what are you doing? what are you doing?" At least I have the keys all set for it. If I somehow manage to not find that book... Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's take some waters. Can I get multiples of these? I need 2 waters and then a stone dissolver. So, there we go. I've got 2 restorative waters. I have another empty vial. Is there a stone dissolver in here? There is. Okay. So we can go back and we can start fixing some of these other ones. Let's do the bottom one first. Owie. And then I'm clicking that off. Can't look at that. Okay. And then we can go back upstairs. Oh wait, hang on. And then we're gonna get rid of the orange marker. We don't need it now because we've looted this one. Yeah, I got the mossy mammoth today. Am I fully upstairs? No, I need to go further upstairs to get to the yellow one. Okay, cool. So we've got... This one needed the stone. Yeah. Raid markers is the way to go for this. I should have... I thought of it, but I should have done it. I should have just committed to doing this a long time ago. Okay. Oh, what do you mean I need another one? Oh, I need 2 stone dissolvers for that other one. Ugh, okay, fine, I'll come back. Not that there's going to be anything in that chest. The book, you don't loot the books from the chest as far as I know. The books are all found, like, as their own objects. So I think it's kind of a bit of a waste for me to even bother. But, you know, for thoroughness sake. Hi. Okay. Is there any significance to the dancing flames being in here, or do they just kind of want to get some more use out of that model? Bronze dragon stuff to hatch the egg. I looted it for the vault. You just gotta keep doing your vault every week and opening everything and hoping for the best, I think, is as good as you can do. Alrighty. It is nice having enough keys to do a full unlock, though, without having to come back. This is the first week I've been that prepared. Okay, so I need to come back to this one with some fire. So we'll throw blue right there. Got Bunbo. Congrats, Kid Katsu. Just got a gold coin from Sir Pinchalot. Oh, you're rich. You're lucky. Okay. Recipe rat can bite me. Or I don't want your recipes. Cook for yourself. No books? No books? The books are pretty big, at least. They're not like itty bitty, teeny tiny, hard to find books. Did the feast always give 25% for Catalyst Weekly? Seems easy. I don't know. I don't think I've done the feast since then. I got bummed recently when I realized that the Catalyst is not going to be available week 1 of next season. I've gotten used to having it, and I had like big plans to you know, use it to get my tier on my druid right away, and then I was like, oh wait, I'm gonna have to wait until whenever they decide to turn the darn thing back on again. Ooh. How are we supposed to finish sets? I mean, if you're a raider, then you'll get them from raid, and if you're not a raider, then I guess we just wait. Unless I've like mistaken something and I've misunderstood something about 10.1 gearing, that's possible. I need more stone dissolver for this room. It is possible that I'm just not accounting for everything and there's a better way for PvPers and Mythic Plusers to get tier before the catalyst opens, but off the top of my head, I'm kind of drawing a blank. Okay, so that one's going to need stone dissolver as well. So I need 3 files of stone dissolver. I wish I could just like soak a sponge in it and go. Okay, so this is going to give me fire, which I do need. I need an extra empty vial though, and it would be too easy if it was from here. It was pretty fun the first week. You know what I should have done is I should have marked the file room. When I come back to it, I will. It was pretty fun the first week. All right, orange is where the fire pot is. Being like, oh, I need this over there, and then I got to go back and get a jar to put the thing in. But then you do that, and then you're like, once you've kind of figured it out, then it's just a lot of running around. Then it's just like, oh, well, here's the thing. But we still need something else. All right, no book in here. We're really hoping for the book. I guess I could just wing through doors until I get it. So I'm looking for the big empty vial room. Here we go. Oh, I decided I needed lots more stone dissolvers and then at least 1 fire. So that's lightning. I've got 3 empty vials. So let's get 2 of these. And you don't reloot these yet, do you? No, you don't. Okay. What's a good raid marker to use for this? I'm gonna start forgetting these purple. Purples for potions. All right. And then the fire was in the, I don't know, a different one. We can pick up our fire potion from here. And I'm tempted to take that orange raid marker down, but I'll leave it for now. I can get rid of the moon once I've finished dissolving our available stuff. And then I think I need a 3rd one as well. Okay. So moon is done. Purples for potions. So if I have a fire pot on me as well. I'm not even going to worry about marking the Blingtron spot. That seems like a problem for not me. Okay. Extra bright feather. Any extra books? Kind of looks like there's a book under the table, but it's not a real book. It's not a clicky book. I need the clicky books. Yeah, I needed 3. I didn't have 3 vials, which is why I'm gonna have to go back. Okay, that's just a gift token. So we're done with that one. And then we go back and we get another one. How do you get to use the raid markers? I had to make a custom group. I listed a custom group in the group finder with just like a numbers title. You know, you don't invite anybody, but once you've listed a custom group, you're technically in a group, and then you can use raid markers for yourself. Okay, so another 3. I'm grabbing all 3 of the vials. 1 more stone dissolver, and then I'll just carry the other vials around. Okay, so purples for potions. That's where you get the red fire. I'm not doing these in a super orderly order, but I guess that's okay. Any book? Brewfest. Brewfest organizer. Can I help you? What do you want? You want recipe pages and you're gonna give me vault keys. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, I guess I won't abandon the quest, but I'm tempted. Oy. Any books? Books. Key of bound earth. Alright. Lighter problem. Obsidian battle horn. Oh, there's a toy! I didn't even know about that one. I do know I need to use restorative water on a troll skeleton, which I had not been looking out for, but I don't think I've seen it. Or restored water. Restored water. Fix the troll skeleton, get a toy that way. So I'm just going to try and keep an eye out. Swim in the thing. This was cute once. Okay, that's done. Any books? No books? I mean, lots of books, just not the right books. Keys from the mom that spawns from a cloud of dust. Oh. I don't remember that one. Okay. Any books? There's an aquarium. I don't need that anymore. I have the pet already. It doesn't count as just like a standard chest. You get like maybe a water stone or something from it at most, but it's not going to give me my book. Okay. We got more doors. I still need to dissolve a stone upstairs somewhere, but... Wish there was a playable insect or an arachnid race. Gosh, my race changing 90% of tunes for it. Sometimes I have a dream that there's more playable races for WoW that are on a third page of the character creation screen, like a hidden one, and that everybody knows about them, but nobody plays them because they're like weird and bad. Like weird, funny looking, strange concept, not fitting with WoW at all. But then I'm like, I don't have one of those. Let's make one. And it's like a little gremlin person that wears a sheet over their head like a spooky ghost because they don't have any features modeled. But like I still want to play it. Oh man, I wish I had the flame ward earlier. No books. Just want ogres. Lots of pages. I never thought Librarian would take me longer than Scroll Hunter, but I guess Scroll Hunter was brute forceable and Librarian is not. I don't know what the... Oh, I haven't seen one of these yet. I mean, I've seen them in Najatar, but I hadn't seen them out here. I wonder if it's one of the easy ones. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, I got recipe pages for that. That's weird. Any books? Seems like a nice place for books. There's a drum in here. I don't think I'd seen the music room before. People would still play them. Hey, I like gnomes. I'm a big fan of gnomes. Am I feeling lucky? I also tend to have a soft spot just for underdogs or like lesser represented races in general. So I feel like I'd be the person to look on like a stats website and find out which races and people never make characters of and be like, I need one of these. That's what's missing from my life. Alright. Did I loot everything? I heard the do-do-do, which I feel like makes me think that I looted everything already. Key of bound earth from the dusty guy. Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't click on that yet. Alright, there we go. Oy. Have we looted? Have we opened all the doors? We might have. We might have done. I mean, we can get more pages from all these places. Haven't gotten around to leveling one. Final heritage set I need. It's one of my favorite heritage sets. Although I do need to finish a bunch more of them. I was thinking about different things I can do for the rest of this week on stream before the patch comes out. One of the things is Nighthold. Of course, I've got a couple characters that can run it. Another idea was alt leveling for heritage armor, like starting some new baby alts. And then a third idea was, shocking as this is, PTR. Poking around on the PTR in advance, maybe taking some notes just to kind of learn for my own brain a little bit about what's going on there. You know, see what you can do in your first day or two poking around. I've been meaning to do it for ages. I obviously haven't done it yet. Empty vial. Was learning to breakdance on the list. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. So that one doesn't need its star anymore. We looted that. Purple was for potions. The white one we just finished looting, so we don't need that one either. So I think I looted them all. I had marked the different places to get. Darn it, I don't think I got my book. I got the mammoth, so that's something. It's a... Why you gotta glow purple if you're not a real book? Excuse me, knock knock. Yeah, I think I'm out of luck. I can finish getting these recipe pages, I suppose. I may as well. It'll give me 3 extra keys, which, you know, I don't know what I would have done without them. Looking for the Battlehorn toy since it refuses to drop. I guess I do need, I also need a troll skeleton. There's a dinosaur skeleton. Oh, here's the troll skeleton, right? Are you a troll? Are you torn? Can I throw something on that? Or is that just like decoration? Is that not the skeleton we're talking about? Because I still need some kind of another toy from here. That's a torn. Well, yeah, I know he's got the horns and stuff, but what if his tusks were just like kind of in the wrong spot? I just want it to be, I want the thingy. Oh, I still need to take the toolkit to get the antlers. Spore-bound essence. Yeah, use restorative water on an overgrown skeleton. I'm assuming it's going to be like it's got mushrooms around. Okay. Alright, I don't think we found that either. Bummer. Alright. Well, there's always next week, I suppose. I wonder if there's a point where I wanted to finish the meta on stream. I guess I still can. The good news is that next week, Doorbuster will happen just on this character. Because I'll have enough, I think. Yeah, I only need 21 more and we'll have 28. Sitting on the ground with mushrooms. Did I see something purple in here? I thought I saw a glimpse of purple for a moment, but then it was a lie. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. Yeah, can alts find the book? Hang on a moment, and I don't think so. I think that when I log on to an alt, if I send them keys, they won't have the rest of these. So the only way for me to finish the achievement that way is if they found all 3 of the vault's books in one vault, and then I went and looted all the normal books on them as well. That would be doable, but like I would need to get the other 2, like the living book and the opera of the aspects on the same character. So I think that's the trouble. I need 2 more recipe pages just to make this quest go away. But if it's somehow like if I'm mistaken and then everybody can contribute towards that achievement, then I would do that because that would be a good bet. But I don't think so. I think that that's one of the achievements that you have to finish on one character. All right. I guess I'm on the wrong floor for finding any more recipe pages. I don't think I've actually looked for recipe pages in the ground floor. Let's go poke around there. Yeah. Has to be done one tune. I figured. I'm surprised that Doorbuster doesn't have to be done in one tune. That seems like I mean, it doesn't matter. It's fine, but it just seems a little inconsistent. Okay, alright, recipe pages. One more of those, and then we can help the Brewfest people get on their Brewfest way. I can't be bummed about the book for too long, because I did get a mossy mammoth. Oh, I'm missing the Froststone Vault thing. Oh well, I'll never make it. I'll never make it. Farther upstairs. But at least I won't have to spend big amounts of time farming. I don't think I'm going to need to farm any more keys. I think 191 keys should do it. I think the guys were... Oh no, they're actually down below a level. Yeah, they are. They're down one level. And right over here. There you are. Okay. Well, make it 194 keys. The Battlehorn toy I think I just got today. I believe I just looted that one today out of just a chest. Look out for this troll skeleton. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that next week too. Darn, I was hoping to get everything done this week, but I guess I'll take the mammoth. Oh, yeah. And we're set for keys, and that's something. Yeah, I did a bunch of scroll hunting, both on stream. I had quite a few keys just from doing it on stream as well, but I did some more off stream just to get within finishing range of it. Are you gonna give me some rep? All right, I forgot to pick this up. Yeah, sounds like a not me problem. Can I make it? There's no way, right? It's been up for 4 minutes. They gotta, like, kill the 5 elementals and then kill the thing. I might be able to join a group for it. Or, like, just realm hop for it. Onto, like, a lower realm. Do I care that much? It's not like I'm gonna finish it. That's the thing I need to keep doing in the Forbidden Reach, actually. At least it's at a predictable time. Oh, can I make it? Oh, I can make it! They haven't even opened up the boss yet. I am 30 of 50. 30 of 50 leftover elemental slime. So that's something that I still need to do out here. Okay. So one more elemental. It's almost down. And then after this, I can take a short break and then look at what else I'm doing today. I have a feeling it's going to involve some Nighthold. That's gonna... I think it's bugged. Oh no. At least you get 200 gold for selling the Scarlet Queen Hollow Viewer. Area 52, one of them didn't spawn. Oh, okay. That sucks. Alright, lots of slime. Lots of slime, please. Well, I got no slime. I got 0 slime. That's the opposite of lots of slime. Going back to Valdraken. I'm getting out of here. Oh. That's okay. I just, I asked for too much. I shot for the moon and I landed in hell. Let's get rid of all of these. Which is nice that we can just kind of get them out of there. We don't need the extra pets. They don't really sell particularly well. You don't gotta hang on to the books. I don't need 2 stuffed bears. 1 stuffed bear is bad enough. And then we can create the stones and then vendor them. Hazel, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tatted and Fap. Yeah, it would be nice if the slime was account mailable. Oh, that one's tradable. Okay, we get rid of that. It's some amount of gold. We can vendor the fruitcake and we can get rid of the clockwork Zskera. I'm no fun, and I don't want any fun things in my bag except for the stuffed bear because it's a little bit funny. And then that one, dampening powder. Okay, so I can fix that. Well, we need to greet the newest member of my mount family, Mossy Mammoth. One mossy mammoth for me. I had it. There we go. Why did I think it was gonna be? Why does it run like that? Hot feet, hot feet, hot feet. I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. I'm in a hurry. I guess I just never rode around the other one. Hang on a second. I need to see some things. Yeah, so the old mammoth model, big old woolly mammoth. These ones have more of like a, okay, they look kind of silly too. I was gonna say they have more of a canter, but maybe the fluff is just hiding it. You've also got the Planeswalker Bear is the other model of the new one. I guess I just never ran around on it. That's funny. Yeah, it's just a recolor of the mossy mammoth. Do they look more normal when they're walking? Yeah, they look fine when they're walking. And then they're running, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa! I'm gonna be late for the parade! I'm gonna be late for the parade! Oh. Alright. I'm gonna get up and take a short break, and when I come back, we'll do some Nighthold mount runs. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Yeah, you guys almost... I thought maybe that the the heating pad on the chair would have helped you guys keep the cat. I thought maybe she might have noticed that it's like warm. Alas, no such luck. Okay, I want to scooch in. I want to go. Well, first of all, I want to check and see. Did Primal Storm spawn? It did. All right. I thought it was already up and I just didn't see it before. So let's go do Storm's Fury. I am at 58 Essences of the Storm, so I think this is going to get me not there, but almost there. This can be my penultimate Storm's Fury. And then we can look at... Nighthold. I know I have a skip on this character. I think I've now unlocked a skip on my druid. I think she should be set to go. And then Crinkle and Inksy still have to run it twice more, I think, in order to get their skips. Hi, Hazel. What are you going to do today? Hello. I am going to do Storm's Fury for some Essences of the Storm. I'm going to run Nighthold to try and get some mounts. I already got my last scroll for Scroll Hunter, so that's all done. I opened my whole vault, did not find the book I needed for Librarian, but I did get the Mossy Mammoth items. Storm's Fury event takes a pretty unreasonable amount of time. It's something. Nanny, thank you for the 46-month resub. Holy moly, 46 months of joy. Oh, they keep stacking up. You know what I did on my day off yesterday? Instead of playing WoW and getting my last scroll, I got some plants to revive various planters on my balcony. I have redone my little itty bitty garden. I got a bunch of stuff in a wide variety. I got a variety of things. I got some very different things. I just wanted a little bit of everything. And I don't have a ton of room and I don't have a ton of sun, but I've organized and planted and set things up in a way that I'm hoping that some stuff grows good. We'll see. Sometimes things do well, sometimes they don't. I have this poor, sad little tomato plant in my arrow garden right now that is just miserable. I don't know what it doesn't like, but it hates something. It's trying its best to give me like some pity tomatoes before it bites the dust. The lettuce looks great. Maybe the lettuce killed the tomato. Maybe it's just throttling it to death under there. I want a Storm's Fury group. Storm's Fury. Come on. War mode off. That one's 8 minutes old. Maybe it's almost done. I am growing strawberries. I got a couple last year. I'm hoping to get some more this year. If the plant decides to bless me anyways. I'm a pretty laid-back gardener in that I do things and I see what happens. So I'm not being too fussy with the plant, but it seems happy. I'm not growing any weed. I think I would be allowed to if it was for personal use, but I don't really have any personal desire to use any. So it's something that I'm not growing. Do I feel mentally ready for a stressful question? Never. Oh man, I try and leave those for the accountants and the lawyers. Canadian Mary Jane, pity tomatoes. Mm-hmm. I got some, what do I got? Basil, thyme, oregano. I got a fern. I got just like an ornamental fern. Just like I was looking through all the different ferns that were just like outdoor container ferns. Or, you know, people like put them in like, you know, bedding. People put them like against the sides of their houses and stuff, but I just have containers. And I looked through them until I found basically my strategy for picking out new plants is to read the care cards and find the ones that have the least amount of sun requirements listed, because I don't get full sun. So if I'm buying full sun plants, I'm setting myself up for failure. So if I can find something that says part shade, then I'm going to have better luck. And then I look at all the leaves and I find the least fancy looking leaves. I'm looking for green and I'm looking for not weird or funky looking, because usually, not always, but normally anything with crazy colors in the leaves or crazy leaf ruffles and stuff like that is going to have higher and more finicky requirements. So if I'm trying to just have something be happy, I'm looking for basically really ordinary looking plants, because I just like it when they're happy. So I found the most basic, looking fern with the lowest light requirements that I could, stuck in a pot, and I'm hoping that's just going to be my fern. Your Pally, thank you for the 5-month resub. Do I have a video of one of my earliest streams playing WoW? I don't. The oldest streams that I would have on recording would be on YouTube from when I used to YouTube stream. So I have some from like Legion. I have PvP streams from Warlord saved. They will contain Hazel saying the occasional bad word, so don't watch them with your speakers if you got impressionable minds around. But yeah, nothing from like, I don't think I have any streams saved. I don't think I really streamed a whole lot in MoP. I don't think I started streaming properly till Warlords because I didn't have the internet for it. Yeah, those old Twitch streams are gone. Bad words, I know, right? Okay. This portal's disabled. People are working on those ones. Yeah, I can. Well, someone's guarding this one too. This seems like a fine place to stand. Let Hazel say the F word. It's a self thing. It's not something I'm doing for anybody else. I just prefer to keep it cleaner on in my content these days. Don't get me wrong. If I stub my toe in my real life, I'm gonna say some. I'm going to well, I'm probably gonna blame myself if we're being honest. It was my fault. I didn't watch where I was going. Why? 2012, the internet was an angrier place. The internet's gone through some, I mean, what's happened is that as time has gone on, it's become more fragmented. There are still plenty of places that are just as angry online with the same kind of cultural values as there have always been. It's just that there's more places with a wider variety of different vibes and, you know, sets of allowable behavior and stuff. It's not like the whole thing's a better place, but there's better access to nicer areas, I'd say. Wrong to think of Hazel being angry and cursing. Yeah, I don't really do a lot of angry cursing. I might do disappointed cursing. You know, like you spend all day making like a special loaf of bread and then you forget that it's in the oven or something and you just like burn it to a crisp. That might get like a like a sad curse. Oh man, that kind of thing. But yeah, I do a lot of emotions. I don't do all of them very well. I'm not like a well-adjusted or highly functional person, but I'm not particularly prone to anger usually. Is it easy to forget that streamers are people? I feel like all I do is come on and be people. I feel like the entirety of what's going on here is just being people, and that's like the point. I know some streamers are like really good at things and animated and, you know, they're more like, they do more of like an appealing character. I don't think that's what this is. Oh. Oscar, thank you for the 32-month resub. Some are literally animated. This is true. This is true. Oh, maybe that should be my backup plan for if I ever really don't want to be on camera anymore. Is I just, I get myself set up with like a sick VTuber. But then I would be like, well, my VTuber could have, you know, hair. Lots of people really want me to have the colored hair again, so I could just have animated colored hair. But then I would be like, is that being true to me? And then I would get way too worked up about it and then not make any decisions. Oh, holy chief, I feel like I know you. Bald and lore and wear wigs, maybe? I mean, she could be. It's just that I don't really want to wear wigs because I feel like I cut my hair because I didn't want to have hair. It's a weird thing to explain. It's a very personal thing. It's not something I would extrapolate to anybody else. It's just a me thing. But I don't know. It's bizarre that I mean, some of my characters have hair. This one doesn't. I balded this character right along with me, and I'm feeling good about that. But like, my Animal Crossing character still has hair, mostly because I tried giving her really short hair, and I didn't like the way it looked on that model. But yeah, like I don't even want pretend hair. Holy Chief is neat. I thought it might be. Cute little squirrel on the animated persona's shoulder. Oh, yeah. Stream persona and actual persona are different. Yeah, I think that's true. My stream persona is more patient, I would say. She's relatively decent at picking her battles. Not perfect, but... which is just kind of normal for anybody to have for like a work vibe versus a home vibe, you know, like there's it's not exactly like customer service, but it's adjacent to customer service. Just easier get. Could be an actual animated squirrel. Could be an actual animated squirrel. Yeah, turning Hazel into a VTuber. I think that there's some value to just being, I don't know, on camera, even in, I'm trying to relax generally about being super, for a while, I'm not saying that I always looked awesome, but I had feelings about wanting to be put together, or wanting to have a XYZ style or look, or, you know, for years and years and years and years and years, I would always stream in full makeup, you know, the whole 9 yards, and the eyeshadow and the eyeliner and the mascara and the foundation, the concealer and the eyebrow pencil and all of it. And you know, it's and I think I mean, I still stream in makeup. I'm wearing makeup right now, but I'm just learning how to let go of needing to have done the most every time, because you know, there's enough people that look perfect online everywhere that they post themselves. I can be kind of messy. I can be out here to remind people that you don't have to wear makeup every day. Yeah, I do still sometimes enjoy putting on like the mascara, the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, but I would say that my basic makeup, if I feel like wearing makeup but not a lot of it, is I've been a lot more comfortable wearing no eye makeup and then just doing like foundation and a brow pencil and maybe like a highlighter, because that all can come off with face wash. Once you get into like mascara, you have to start using some more harsh makeup remover, and I found it's just easier on my skin, especially as I'm getting older, to just kind of like not go there unless I really feel like I wanna. All right, we're at 70. Oh, that's enough. I can't do math. I'm done. Let's go buy this toy, and then we'll use it, and then we'll never come back here. Whoa. No, it's not enough. It's 75. I thought it was 70. I really can't do math. Oy. More of an age thing. 20-year-olds try too hard. Yeah, and I think that's natural, and it's also harder to, like, it's easy to be 30 or 40 or 50 and to look at the 22-year-old that's spending an hour and a half on her face every morning and be like, you know, honey bear, you've got your priorities in the wrong order. But it's also easy to forget what it felt like at that age, and what the judgment of your peers and what the culture and what everything you're exposed to is like at that age, especially when you haven't just existed long enough yet. It's easy to kind of forget what it was like and why you did that in the first place. Plus, you know, the whippersnappers just have more energy for self-expression. I need to come back here one more time later on in my life and get 2 more of these things. Let's go to Legion. Re-kill the boss even without having the weekly. So like I could queue up for it now. I'll try that, because I would love to not have to wait for another one. Because here, yeah, I'll just do it again just for the heck of it. Because I've come back later in the same day for a different spawn of the event. I've never tried to do it twice within the same event spawn. This would be a new, you know, practice for me. I should try referring to myself as Honey Bear just to see how that goes. I mean, in all seriousness, it's a great exercise to pay attention to how you talk to yourself and what kind of language you use in your mental dialogue, and to see if there's, any areas in which you're treating yourself more harshly than you would treat somebody that you like. And it's not going to solve everything, but it is a good step to take that is surprisingly effective to just, try out some different language when you're talking to yourself. It doesn't have to be Honey Bear, but Honey Bear's adorable. We call my pup Honey Bunny Bear. Honey Bear is usually my cat. She's all number of words. Do you do anything like meditation? Love your positivity and viewpoint in life generally. Aw. I do meditate. I do. I don't do it wildly consistently, but I've done it off and on for years. And whenever it's on, it really helps a lot. So, and I need to remember that whenever I've gotten lazy about it and stopped sitting down for practice, because it's, I'm delusional. And whenever I do like a self-help thing, like I'll exercise or I'll eat a vegetable or I'll meditate or whatever, even though I understand this is irrational, I expect to be a different person overnight. I expect to eat my vegetable, go for my run, and then meditate, and then I would like to be a superhuman. I feel like I did my part. Where are my magic powers? And it's a hard pill to swallow that doing these things isn't going to change you immediately, and that it's a process of, incremental progress and whatever, a bunch of not fun stuff that's just more work than I felt like I signed up for. But then you go, well, I'm not Superwoman. This is BS. I'm going back to bed. And then you feel worse. You forget how much better it feels when you've been trying, even if you're not completely magic. Is that pill harder to swallow than the vegetable? I know, right? But yeah, meditation, I think. It's hard to say what's the most helpful thing, but I'd say exercise and meditation are both very, very good. And then nutrition is probably the third pillar of that. Getting good food and the right food. And then not getting too much of the wrong food, because sometimes while it makes your feelings feel better, it makes your body feel like death. All right, I really hope I can I just need 2 more. Nothing's harder to swallow than the vegetable. But sometimes you just need to remember that all of your effort is getting you somewhere, even if it's not as far as you wished it was. How are the guides going? I have a great plan. Can I, No, I can't. That's unreasonable. I was gonna say, can I outlaw any questions about them? You know what? No, let's not do that. Let me just make a chat command, and it'll just say, they will be finished when they are complete, and they'll be available in this place. And then I'll just have a button so that I don't have to use the word machine for it, because I don't know if you've ever been in a place in your life where you're like, this is just a metaphor. It's not an exact one-to-one, but if you've ever been unemployed. And then every time you see a relative, they're like, oh, hey, how's the job hunt coming? And then you die inside. And then you just wish you had a button that said, I'm doing my best, Auntie. Thank you. Me right now? Yeah, I've been there at points in my life before. And they mean well, and they just want to check in with you in your life. And maybe they think that that a little pressure and a little shame will be good for you. And it's because it's been too long since they were in that position. That does the opposite. It does the absolute opposite. I have come to fully understand that shame is not useful for me, and that it is not helpful, and it doesn't matter how shamefully bad I'm doing. If I get immersed in that shame, I am just going to feel worse, and then I'm going to try to chase those feelings away with more bad choices. It's not useful, so I don't apply it to myself. And harder, I try not to accept it from other people, because it's hard when you're not doing anything and people go, wow, Why aren't you doing anything, and why isn't this thing done yet? And they're right. It's hard to not internalize that, like, the implications of it, and I'm doing my best not to because it's not helpful. And you don't need anybody else to understand why it's not helpful. You just have to learn to have a nice little banter in your brain where you're like, that's not what we're doing. We're not going to worry about it because that's counterproductive. I have a hair trigger for running away from my problems, so shame does not have any part of my motivation structure. Maybe it works for some people. It's no good for me. Sherby, thank you for the 3-month reset. Thank you for the best 5s. Well, shucks. But I should be very clear that I'm very flattered that anybody is interested in watching the guides. I appreciate that. I am very blessed that there is anticipation for them. So I am going to get them done. They will be ready at some point. I did get 6 more. That was a good tip. And they will be on my YouTube channel when they are complete. Okie dokie. We're gonna buy the pet. No, not the pet. The toy. We have the pet already. 1 toy for me. Thank goodness I have enough elemental overflow. There was a risk that I might have spent it all chasing my scrolls. All right. I am free of primal storms. I am getting gone. Let's here. We'll just dollar on Hearthstone. Tried to follow that type of question with something helpful. Yeah, it's hard because different people need different things. For some people, they like the right piece of advice or the right tip or the right help can help totally untangle something that they've really been struggling with. And for other people, they'll have already kind of gone through everything and it'll just kind of feel like, well, yeah, I tried that already. And it'll, oh, I need all these transmogs. For some people, it's really helpful, and for other people, it's gonna be harder to hear. It's just hard to know. I've solved this problem by not talking to anybody. I can't say the wrong thing if I'm a hermit. That's not good advice, but that's what's more or less happening right now. I didn't have any of these transmogs yet. There's a flower vendor in Dalaran. You can just learn all these lovely little bouquets of flowers. Did you get many scrolls in those boxes? Did I get many scrolls in the boxes? Which boxes? I got a lot of scrolls from everything. I got scrolls from all kinds of different places. The small treasure chest. Yeah, I got some of them from small treasures. I got some of them from random mobs. I got some of them from rares. Oh, when I spent my overflow. Oh, no. No, I didn't buy very many boxes. I bought 9 of them, didn't get the pet, bought the pet, didn't buy any more overflow boxes. I spent my overflow buying scrying crystals, and then got scrolls that way. I would keep a scrying crystal buff up, and I would go loot stuff. Do I do anything for gold making? Not right now. Sometimes. I do different things, whenever the mood strikes. Sometimes I like crafting. Sometimes I just gather and sell stuff. Sometimes I've done flipping on the auction house. Sometimes I've done transmog farming and selling, pet farming and selling. Crafting has been most of my gold for, I made a couple mil with alchemy in early Dragonflight, and then I've been pretty much parked at 3.7 mil for weeks because I have not been making gold recently. Oh, it just didn't seem fun. I didn't have anything I was saving up for, really. I'm trying out the toy. That's what I'm doing. I was thinking there's something. I came out here to do Nighthold, but also there's something for me to do. I guess I'll just sell this. I might need more of it to buy different transmogs from the renowned vendors at some point in my life, but can I just vendor that stuff? No. I may need to get more, like toys and stuff from the renowned vendors, but I think I can get away with just buying more items later. Okay. Alrighty, let's try the toy. We got this chasing storm. We spent, oh, it's pretty big. So I used it on myself. You can use it on other people, but word on the street is that they can't see it. They might get the buff. Zelixia has summoned a storm to chase you. There's the storm. It's pretty big. I suppose you could use it if you're like really cranky and you're ready, you don't want anybody to talk to you. You could just have a big old storm cloud. Hello. Hello. Have I made PvP guides? Not recently. I'm also not like a big expert in PvP. I'm not necessarily qualified to be writing PvP guides. I have in the past written guides about how I keybind and which add-ons I use for PvP, and those haven't changed a whole lot. I'm more or less using the same ones, and that's for PvP healing, because that's what I have experience with. I couldn't tell you the first thing about doing DPS. Yeah, I guess they can't see the cloud. That's a good point. I guess they can't see the cloud. People will come at you for being bad, even if you're the best player in the world. And that is a fact that brings me genuine comfort. Even though that's not why they're coming for me. Every now and then I will watch the stream of like one of these top world players, you know, like these rank 1 PvPers, or you can do this for raid as well. You can just watch like the best players in the world playing at the top of their game, doing insane things. And there's going to be people in the comments being like, yo, you should have run this talent. Why are you doing this? Could have kicked that guy. You know, like there's no amount of good that you will be that will make people not want to tell you what to do. They might be wrong, but it's unavoidable no matter who you are and how well you're playing. So best you can do is pick something to work on. If you're getting the same feedback a lot, if there's like a specific thing that people are telling you about that you're doing, and they keep telling you about the same thing, then maybe that's worth looking into. But I wouldn't take it to heart too much. Yeah, just go for it. You can always, especially if you're doing solo shuffle, if you are stressed about party chat being toxic, because party chat is toxic and safe chat is toxic, then just tab right out of it. It's not, especially at like lower to medium solo shuffle ratings, it's not that important. People maybe will communicate a target beforehand, and then half the time they change their minds anyways. So like it's not that really that big of a deal to be tapped out in low to medium solo shuffle, just to get used to it. Okay. How far did I get on the meta today? I finished Scroll Hunter. I got my Mossy Mammoth, which wasn't part of the meta. I'm just excited about it. And then I did not get the book. So that's my trouble, is that I need one more book, and then next week I can finish Doorbusters. So I'm hoping that next week, which is kind of a bummer because it'll be the patch. You know, maybe I'll just do it off stream. I don't know. I want to do Zerlike Cavern stuff on Wednesday. But yeah, next week I can finish opening doors, look for the last book, and then that'll finish it, because I've got Scroll Hunter done. Book is my trouble too. Yeah, I was mostly worried about Scroll Hunter, and it was grindy, but not that awful. Also, don't mind me. I guess I'm farming Ancient Mana. Scroll Hunter went okay. I hit some really lucky streaks, and I hit some really unlucky streaks of farming. I had a handful of crystal buffs that just completely timed out, where I would farm for an entire hour and get nothing. And then I would have streaks where I would just get scroll after scroll after scroll, like within 5 minutes of each new crystal. And it was variable, because it's RNG, is how it works. Do it off stream, record it for a short. I guess so. It just feels very arbitrary. I guess I just don't, it's like doing it on stream feels natural, because I'm like playing, so you get the achievement, go, wow, woohoo. Doing that for a video, for some reason, feels goofy. And it's not to say that I shouldn't do it, There's goofier things than that online, but like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, who cares? Oh, wow. Hazel looted a book and got an achievement. This is last patch's content. Move on. Am I really not going to play the patch on Tuesday? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll poke around off stream. But I would also play on Wednesday. I think it depends on if there's anything that I'm going to miss out on, like if there's daily cooldowns that I would need to do, but it doesn't seem like that's really been how they've been doing things. That's true, yeah. The servers could be down for maintenance for most of the day as well. That's a very good point. That's one of the things I like about not streaming on Tuesday, is that especially on patch days, there tends to be lots of downtime right over top of my stream window anyways, so depending on how on schedule I am with how on pace I am with guides, I will either work on those or I might go fishing. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May, and rockfish season opens, and I have big plans to go try not to fall in the ocean. I'm going over this way. It's gonna be May. Yeah, I know. I can't not not have that play in my head. Not much to do on Tuesday anyway. Stream classic. I did put the cap in there deliberately. Oh, okay. Sometimes I forget what those are. Sometimes I just assume that somebody is just implying that they have a face, and that that's the face they would be making if they had a face. I mean, they do. We all do. Do you think the classic hardcore thing will last? I think, I'm really unqualified to answer that, but I'm going to try anyways, because that's what we do here. It seems like it's a pretty sustainable thing for people to do in between other major bits of content. Like if they have nothing to do otherwise, classic hardcore is always kind of an option. But it's kind of had its moment, and it's fairly socially driven. It's probably less fun to be doing classic hardcore if everybody's playing like Diablo 4 or whatever it is that is going to kind of cannibalize that audience. So yeah, I think it'll stick around, but it probably won't reach the same heights without like a boost, like you're saying, for Season of Mastery, that kind of thing. Season Mastery hardcore server's coming. It'll be really weird if these mounts drop. That would be strange. I'm deleting these. I am destroying those Essences of the Storm. I have no further need for them. I'm also using this rep that I don't need just to make it go away in my bags. Hardcore Classic Challenge stream. At this point, I really only have one more week left until 10.1 content starts. I guess it's a question of how fun it is to play 10.1 content on stream. I'll have a lot more to do. I'll have keys. I will have Zskera Cavern stuff. I'm sure there's going to be like mounts and pets to work on. There's going to be well, there's shuffle, but do I want to shuffle on stream? It's like such a very... I think shuffling, and keys for that matter, are both great things to do on stream. If I'm just feeling kind of socially gassed and I don't really have any words. If I don't have any conversational energy, it might be nice just to do some shuffle or some keys instead. Because then we have like something going on stream and, you know, some naturally occurring discussion about whatever it is that we're doing that doesn't rely on original topics so much. Whew. Blazing Hippogriff and Ethereal Portal Toy. They're giving away my Hippogriff now. Good rule of thumb, never get too attached to the uniqueness of your TCG items. Ethereal Portal Toy. That I don't think I have. No. If it exists, I don't have it yet. I do not have the Fasulian Tiger. I want the gosh darn chicken. I'm curious if they would do the chicken. The chicken is such a highly desired and desirable mount. Like, the chicken and the spectral tigers almost feel like they're on a different kind of tier of TCG mounts. And I don't know if that's... I think that's just me saying things, but it feels true. Hi, Goldan. Did you have a good week? I'll be in here a couple more times. Unless you want to give me both mounts right now, and then I'll leave you be. You can nap. You can play Scrabble. you can get into origami. I never had an origami phase, which is surprising. It seems like the kind of thing I might have done. I think I learned how to make paper airplanes, and then I stopped. And they weren't very good ones. Oh, you know, I have a non-story for after this. I have a barely worth the words, not very notable story, but I was excited. Hi, Illidan. Your tattoos are looking good. You moisturize? Yeah, okay. Oh, no luck. Yeah, let's come back on my druid. Getting PTSD from Prague on this raid. Friend used to make paper talons that I would wear all the time. I found out that brownies can be very easy. I wanted to make brownies because I had gotten an 8x8 square tin from my mom. I was adopting some of her old bakeware, and I was like, this is a good brownie tin. I'm making brownies. And I was like looking through different brownie recipes online, and then I saved one because it was like so, like a lot of brownie recipes have you like melting chocolate and, you know, melting butter and doing well, melting stuff, you know, doing more than one thing. And this brownie recipe was like, okay, you're going to take these standard ingredients and you're going to put them in a bowl and mix them. And then you're going to put them in a pan and bake them. Brownies. And I thought, there's no way that it could be that easy. And then I did it, and they're delicious. They're like exactly my preferred composition of brownie. And I'm delighted because it was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. They did want me to melt butter, but I didn't have butter. I only had margarine. And I'm like, I'm not going to melt margarine. That's basically just vegetable oil. So I just substituted for more vegetable oil. So it was basically, it was basically just like a box mix kind of thing, except that instead of box mix, it was from scratch. It was great. I froze some of them and I've got more of them in my fridge. Cut brownies in the microwave. I'm a microwave hater. I don't have one. I'm a microwave hipster. I used to do mug cakes though in the microwave back when I did have a microwave. It's good stuff. When I came back to WoW, I got the 1-year subscription. That is for both retail and classic. Yeah. It should, if you're subbed to WoW, it should be subbed to all of it. Oh, hi, kitty cat. You want to come back up? You want to come sit with me? Hi. Isn't it common knowledge that brownies can be that easy? Because I've made brownies from a variety of different recipes before, and those recipes had various somewhat fussy elements, I assumed that the fussy elements were important, or else nobody would have made me do them. Or at least the recipes wouldn't have called for them. It's like doing something with 7 steps your whole life, and then leaving out half of the steps and finding out that you like the results just as much. That's all. I was quite satisfied with that. It was, if anybody's wondering, it was the King Arthur flour recipe for brownies. They have multiple. It was not, hang on, let me find out. King Arthur flour. It occurred to me that the King Arthur recipes usually work for me, so I've just been looking through those. Brownies. And then it was it this one? Yeah, it was this recipe. Okay. Here, I'll chuck it in Twitch chat. Yeah, no, totally not sponsored. If I could get a King Arthur baking sponsorship, I would pick up the baking streams again. If they want to put me on the payroll, I will shill. But no, not sponsored. I just made them. They turned out really good. I didn't even have the espresso powder, and that would help a lot as well, I'm sure. Hi, sweetie. You see this? Are you itchy? Here, let me help you. Let me get you. She's like picking up the foot like she wants to do it. But sometimes you scratch yourself when you itch. Yeah, you gonna get it? All right. Yeah, what I've been doing lately for recipes when I find them online, if I find one I like, I go to the print page and then I save that as a PDF and then I save it to my file so that I can still use it without having to go to websites and see a bunch of display ads. I'm a big hypocrite for somebody that lives off of ad revenue. If I can add something to my day without needing to navigate like a recipe website, I'll do it. Kitty. Okay, so we were going to go try Nighthold again and see if I actually did finish my skip or not. Hi, sweetheart. You're so sweet. You're such a cute girl. Tasting through history? I have not. That sounds interesting. Stretch goal for YouTube memberships. Okay. Alright. Nighthold. Yeah, ready for turn-in. Let me get into balance spec. Yeah, sometimes like when I found that clay pot thing, I was enjoying the vibe of cooking, of primitive cooking. Like I liked the idea of I'm making these beans the same way that somebody might have done, maybe not exactly the same way, but like with a similar technology that somebody might have used a long time ago. that appealed to me. Because sometimes I think that life has too many little buttons and levers and dials, and that it's overwhelming, and that I just want something to be not easy but like straightforward. Oh, there's always been a skip for Nighthold, but you have to run the raid 4 times. You have to clear the raid 4 times. Actually, I don't know if it's always. I don't know if they added it in later, but you clear the raid 4 times, you finish the skip quest, and then you unlock the skip to the end. Yeah, they may do with much less, exactly. Like if people could make food, and like pretty tasty food, with way less technology than I have, maybe it's okay for me to not use all of the different. Sometimes I just want to make easy things. All the times I want to make easy things. I'm extremely lazy in the kitchen. Every once in a while I will get like in the right mood to really cook or bake something and take on a project, but for the most part I want minimum dishes, minimum standing up time, minimum everything. I just want home food that is simple and easy to cook and eat. Had a boomy on screen. Yeah, I swap into balance spec for running Nighthold on my druid. She's typically a resto druid, but she I can't get very far killing Gul'dan. Prep work is what gets me. Yeah, the one thing that helps for me is music. I used to wear earbuds, and now I just have a speaker, and I'll just put on whatever music I want, and I will listen to tunes while I'm cooking in general, but especially while I'm doing prep work. But the more you do it, the faster you get. I can frick up an onion real quick, let me tell you that. I use those in all kinds of stuff. Let's not talk about too much food, though, because I'm going to get hungry. What music do I want recently? Oh, what did I put on? Well, I mean, there's always the Backstreet Boys, and then I was listening to the Spice Girls. I've been having kind of like a 90s kick. 90s pop from my childhood. A little bit of Britney. I give my friend a hard time for not having any dishes. He eats off paper plates. Yeah, I know people live like that. I totally understand not wanting to wash dishes. My strat is to just not have a lot of dishes and to wash everything right away, basically. When I moved recently, well, not that recently anymore. A couple of years ago, the last time I moved, I didn't bring any dishes with me, and I just bought myself like one bowl and one big plate and like a little plate and one fork and knife and spoon, etc. And I would just wash them real quick in the sink after I was done eating, and that was good. I like using cloth napkins too, because I can just kind of throw them in with the rest of my laundry and then not have to throw out napkins. Hey. Live alone, but will run my dishwasher when it's like a quarter full. Yeah, I mean, if you live alone, it's tough because by the time you've completely filled a dishwasher, some of those dishes are like a week old and like super crusty and not very easy for the dishwasher to clean anymore. But dishwashers, as far as I know, are usually more water efficient than hand washing things. Like they can get your dishes clean with less water, unless you're like really efficient when you're hand washing. But yeah, just for me, it depends on how many people I'm cooking for. I can never open this door. There we go. It's something to do with my interface. I was looking at this last week. Raid difficulty mythic. There we go. Who's following you? Brawl Bear Mantle. He's my legion follower. They gave us fake friends. It was a weird time. Okay. Maybe today will be a lucky day. Could be. I have no concept of how many attempts I'm gonna have. I just haven't been running rarity consistently enough. Here, no, it's on this character. Legion followers are real and loyal friends. Never bought fabric softener. Yeah, some things are just not necessarily needed. Are you on the dryer ball kick yet? Have you had that phase of your life yet? I feel like that's up your alley. My mom got these for me when I moved here. They're basically wool balls. They look like tennis balls kind of, but they're like a bit bigger. They're just made of wool. And you throw them in your dryer and along with your clothes. And the idea is that, I guess I should read exactly what it's supposed to do, but they help your clothes dry because they take on some of the moisture, I guess. But they also, I guess, reduce static or something. Basically, it's supposed to replace dryer sheets, which are also another thing that you kind of don't really need. That just makes your towels less absorbent. But I figured my mom got these for me, so I'm just going to throw them in anyways. And they're good because you throw them in with their clothes and then you just leave them on top of the dryer in a little basket afterwards. And they seem to last forever, so it's good. Can attest to the wool balls. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure on what they do, but I haven't not used them, so. I do know that dryer sheets, I do still have some, but they don't necessarily do more good than harm. Collect some head hair. Dryer balls for laundry. Yeah. I'm doing a terrible job of pitching them. Why do I use them? What benefits am I getting from this thing that I'm hawking right now? Dryer balls. What do they do? What do dryer balls do? Lightly compressed wool, etc., etc. They help absorb moisture from fabric to improve drying time. Yeah. So they don't contain any scents. They reduce static with mild softening. I don't know why. And if you dampen the dryer ball before use, it'll reduce static. So yeah, it's just static reduction. Although static doesn't seem to be a huge deal in my life. I guess I've never. It's been too long since I've accidentally had like a sock stuck to my leg outside. Mom uses the dryer balls. At the very least, they do seem to improve drying time, and it makes sense because they're going to pick up some of the moisture from the clothes, and then they can just air dry that out after the laundry. So that seems to make sense. And then, yeah, it doesn't seem like it would harm anything. I know a lot of people with scent allergies are actually very sensitive to dryer sheets and clothes that have been dried with dryer sheets. I'm not, but I know people that are like really, really scent sensitive, so I try and be careful about artificial stuff. Want some data? Yeah, especially if you didn't own any already. I wouldn't necessarily run out and buy them, but if you are already using dryer sheets and that's something you're buying repeatedly, it might be a good thing to swap. If you're not using anything, then you don't need to use anything. You can just pin your clothes up on a line and let them dry. I have a drying rack that I can use for air drying clothes inside, but I don't have like an outdoor clothesline or anything. You can't have them here in this particular building anyways. One day though. Clothes get really stiff and sometimes a bit sun-faded when you dry them outside, but they smell nice. Font of night. Trying to get the class hall transmogs. Tips on nightfall and rep besides the usual. Oh, I wouldn't remember anything anymore. I haven't done that one in a long time. You know more than me. Not in a dryer most of the time. Well, there you go. For not in a dryer, then you don't need any dryer balls. Excited for summer. It's already getting warmer. I just had such a wonderful time rooting around in my planters, planting stuff. I love gardening so much. Every day I go out on my balcony and just kind of like poke my nose into each of the planters and go, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's this? What's that? That's a cool bug. You know, like it's so fun. And I'm just so happy that the season is back, and it makes me sad in advance for next fall when it gets cold again. And then, you know, like summer hasn't even started yet and I'm already nervous about it leaving me because it's so nice. Oh, there's some Buddhist lesson about the suffering of attachment there somewhere. But yeah, it's really fun. Feel your Canadian pain about the winter. Sometimes I think if I was just a better person, I wouldn't hate winter so much. And by that I mean if I kept my home in like a really nicely designed, super uncluttered, well-cleaned, purified air state, it might not bum me out so much to just be inside all the time, but I feel like I tend to end up turning into like a couch slug where I'm just wrapped in a blanket playing video games or like watching TV, just waiting for it to be over, which is no way to spend half of your life. So maybe if I was like a more on top of my life organized person, then I would be spending the winter like making strudel and I don't know, mulled apple wine or something like that. Okay, no luck there. Do I want to do it one more time? Not really. Oh yeah. What? Houseplants are always good, but they also tend to go into dormancy around the winter too, so they don't do quite as much. How do you prevent your cat from walking on your desk? I mean, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. In the past, when it's been a real problem, anywhere that I need to prevent her from accessing, I've had good success laying down aluminum foil over the surface that she would need to walk on, because she will not walk willingly on aluminum foil. A lot of cats don't like the feel of it under their paws, so sometimes laying down foil barriers can help. That's my only tip, though. This is my cat's desk. I just borrow it. Oh, this is self-talk you were talking about earlier? Yeah, I guess so. And it's not that it's like, I understand why I become a couch slug. I understand where this behavior comes from. I understand it happens to a lot of people and it's not unique to me. It's just the fantasy of being strudel woman is so appealing. It sounds so nice. Spring is a superior season. Lots of sun and plants coming to life. Yeah, I'm with you. Although I do think that I am blessed with lack of allergies privilege. I think a lot of people would like spring if it wasn't for the pollen making their lives miserable. I don't have pollen allergies, and every day I thank my lucky stars for that, because I know a lot of people that do, and, you know, poor bunnies. Alright, well, good news is that I have my skip quest done in 2 characters now, so that's 2 easy Nighthold kills, just like we did today. I've got 2 more characters that will run this week, maybe tomorrow. These 2 we can run and get them a little bit more progress on that. Next week is 10.1, so that'll be lots of things to do. I'm having a weird desire to put more time into a hunter alt, but I don't know if it's this hunter alt. Maybe her transmog's not up to par. Maybe it's a different hunter alt. Maybe I need like a how would I do it? How did I do it once upon a time? I'm not doing it. I'm not eating the cake. I'm just smelling the icing. Lipidwar, thank you for the 4-month resub. Yeah. Why do I like hunters so much? Is it just because I like animals? I often think about how my ideal real life would be a lot like this, but just living someplace that is farther from people and closer to animals. There's just, this place is wonderful, but I am just not well suited to being around a lot of people. And I love being around a lot of animals. Like that with mages. I don't have any mages. Move near a zoo. I want to move to the woods. I have terrible internet, and then I'll be streaming, and you guys are like, Hazel, why did you move here? We can't see you. You're breaking up. A hunter's also a good opportunity. You know what I could do for Goblin Heritage if I really wanted to is I could level my bank alt. This lady, she's a hunter, technically. She's got a little murloc on her back. She's got a little porcupine pet. That is her hunter pet behind her, that little tiny thing. I could level her, and then that would get me Goblin Heritage, and that's one of the things that would be on my list. Because aside from that, I don't know what kind of goblin I would make for Heritage. Like, what would I even want? Wish hunters would have better transmog. What would you name her? Would I be happy without proper internet and streaming? I think I could be happy without it. Although I may be very much taking stream for granted and how much benefit I get from this, like, emotionally. But streaming's a big part of my income right now. And I would, assuming I moved to the woods, I'd probably have a mortgage unless I just decide to go live under a tree. And even then, I'd still probably have a mortgage just for the land that the tree's on. Do I prefer DPS specs? No, I'm a healer main. I'm a Preservation Evoker here. I'm a Resto Druid here. This character used to be a Holy Priest. Well, no, she was a Shadow Priest. This character was a Holy Priest. I generally tend towards healing for endgame content. So I think that's what's driving me to want to play a DPS spec a little more thoroughly, is because I haven't spent a lot of time doing it lately. Time long ago, Hazel was a Shadow main. Yeah, I was a Shadow main for a long time. I was a Shadow main forever. But I've been happier healing. Healing is just, when I finally switched to being a healer main, it kind of felt like it had clicked. And I felt like I was doing the thing that made the most sense for me. I'm not doing it. But if I was going to do it, where's my document that I had listed out which heritage armors I needed? Heritage armor to-do list.rtf. Dwarf, Blood Elf, Goblin, Worgen, Tauren. So, Goblin Mud. I don't need any more shamans. I do like warlocks. I could use another warlock, but I want like an undead one. Or an undead Shadow Priest. Which is... Undead doesn't even have heritage armor yet. That's a later me problem. Yeah, maybe I'll level that bank alt. But that's not like the hunter that I'm thinking. That's not the hunter that I want. That would just be another hunter. Although, it's a perfectly good class to have a ton of. There's no reason not to. Goblins are cute. Don't have to be exalted either for the non-allied races. Oh, that's nice. I like warlocks, but when I play it, I never feel entirely satisfied. I always feel excited at the beginning of warlocks when I'm leveling them, and I'm like, yes, I'm using my immolation and my conflagration and my chaos bolt, or, you know, affliction or whatever, if I'm playing AF. And I just feel like a master of the dark arts, and then I get to level cap. I get to level cap, and I do a dungeon, and I'm like, I don't know what these buttons do. They gave me 42 more of them. They fit together somehow. I got nothing. It's a very compelling fantasy while I'm leveling, and then I hit a harsh reality when I finish leveling, and I realize I don't know how to play it. And I'm never going to magically know how to play it. You kind of have to learn things if you want to know them, but... I need a blood elf. It's going to be a paladin. We understand this. The question is just, is it going to be a lady or a gentleman? Do I like any of the new styles? Do I like any of the new hairstyles here? They got new hair colors too, didn't they? They can do their Death Knight hair colors. Yeah, I don't know. I always used to do that because it was like a night elf hairstyle, but I thought it looked nice on them. Specific leveling route? Not really. I level through old Cataclysm zones, like the low-level ones. Basically classic zones that were redone in Cata. But female Blood Elves can have these armbands that are really nice. And they can get these bracelets and like these hand ornaments that are really pretty. But then when you switch to body 1, you don't have any of that. You just have the one thing with no jewelry. What's that all about? What if I want him to be blinged out? What if he has no hair and a very long... What's the longest beard that I can have? They don't have super long beards. The longest one might be the dagger. Or the goatee. Don't have Dark Ranger on Dead Belf unlocked. I do not. No. I do not. Those are pretty amazing though. Yeah. Alright, if I was doing this seriously, I think I must not want to play a paladin yet because I know that I'm going to make this a blood elf. Maybe it's because it's like, well, of course I'm going to do a blood elf paladin, that I'm just not making a blood elf at all to get heritage armor in the first place. I guess I'm just not feeling the paladin vibe. Blood elf paladins are fine, but are they as fun as like a Draenei paladin? Or like a... Nope, that's it. That's all I play are Draenei paladins. Which ones of these do we like? Lorthamar. I like that this one makes him look like he's tanking, and then the boss just like coughed, like sneezed, and that's where the wind's coming from. Blood Elf Pally gives you a mount. Yeah, I think that's why I was gonna do it. Zandalari Paladins are pretty cool. What do I have as Zandalari? Nothing anymore? I think I used to have... I have Zandalari Heritage Armor unlocked, but I don't currently have a Zanda anything. I used to have a Zanda Druid, but it was one of the characters that I deleted in the purge. I'm gonna make something and name it Squidgy eventually. Well, see you later, kitty cat. I don't have any current plans to do any hardcore classic. It sounds fun. I'm not saying never, but I'm not currently planning anything. Well, I am going to wrap up a little early today. I guess just in the early range for a weekday. I'll be back tomorrow. We will have some more full Nighthold clears to do, but then also we will have, I forget. It'll come to me tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate the company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.